Hello everyone, this is Prashant to the channel. So today we are in the new concept like prefix sum. Okay, so this is very simple one. When seeing these topics, people thinks they create so many subarrays, they create so many methods to follow this. But today we are going to see simple prefix sum with a hash map with just one for loop, one if statement. I don't have anything in that code, okay? But the problem looks like complexity. People thinks how to achieve putting multiple nested for loops to achieve this one. But we are going to have in a very simple way, and we're going to achieve that. Okay, let's jump into the video. So here the question is simple. Given an integer of array s nums and a integer k, they are giving two inputs. One is array nums and integer k. Return a total number of continuous subarray whose sum equals to k. Take an example, k is 2. So this is an array. So if you see the subarray, 1 plus 1 is 2. And next subarray is 1 plus 1, 2. So total is output 2. Straightforward, right? How say? Looks like very simple. When take an example, it was 10 arrays, 20 length. Means what will happen? So you will get confused. How many subarrays will come? Or how many things I want to go through like that. People, what they do now? They will create a one for loop, another for loop, take the each input, creating multiple subarrays and checking sum is coming 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So that is there are so many brute force approaches. But today we are going to simply use hash map. Why hash map? I already told you in previous one other session. When there is something like a k distinct, k some value, that kind of things, you will simply go to hash map because hash map is the best thing to store a key and values. Okay, checking the values every time, checking the keys easily. Okay, now I'm going to create a simple method. Public static int sub array sum. Okay, I'm going to get a sum. Okay, so what are two inputs? Int array nums int k. Totally straightforward. As usual, put return equal to 0 for safety. What is the first step? You guys know. That is very simple. Find nums equal to null. That is our daily mantra. Next, the nums length should, if less than 0. Okay, and another condition we have k. So k means what? K equal to 0. If equal to 0 means in this cases simply return a 0. Don't do any logical mistakes. So this is a simple checking the inputs are valid. Okay, go to the I told you what are three inputs. One is hash map. So here both are integer. This also integer, this also integer. So hash map is both what? Integers. Don't think much. Okay, this is prefix. We're going to use a prefix map. Okay, new hash map. What is other input? Now I want a count. So how many occurrence is coming? This output na. So initially it is 0. And I'm going to use a prefix sum. So that's what I told you earlier. Prefix sum. So I want to that variable prefix sum equal to 0. Initially it was 0. Okay, and for this only one step is extra. Just keep remember prefix map. The first input you guys want to keep on dummy array initially. So this is a completely base value. Okay, because we are starting from index, right? So but I'm going to use a for loop. This for loop is not traditional for loop. This is arrays as usual. Int num equal to nums. Okay, enhanced for loop. For this array kind of things, this for loop is super duper. If you're not depending on index, only you want a value from array means go to this enhanced for loop. If you need an index based solve, that time go to a traditional for loop like int I equal to 1, 0, I less than, I plus plus like that. Right now I need only value, not the index. That's why I goes for enhanced. Okay, cool. Now I told you prefix sum. Only the plus subtraction, only subtraction and addition. Don't do anything. Okay, first is addition like a sum. Prefix sum equal to current num. So we want to keep on adding the inputs. That's the target. So right now I'm 0. I'm adding the first num. Okay, Then I add a one if statement. I told you initially only one for loop, one if statement. In the if statement, I want to check this prefix map contains the key. Which key? The key of prefix sum minus k. So why I'm putting this one? That means I'm getting the sum value is equal to k. That means what? I achieved the one count. That's a target. Okay, because we want to count number of time this subarray has the value k. So when we subtracting the prefix sum equal to minus k, that means 0. Okay, so right now I have 0, right? What 0? Index 0. So this is the key. This 0 is the key and 1 is the value. I hope everyone knows the hash map. So this is the key and this is the value. So I'm checking the key and value, and prefix map dot get of what? Prefix sum minus k value. Here some people think, Prashant, simply I can put the count plus plus, right? Why we need? Na? Sometimes the key increases multiply, that at that time we need that count plus plus for longer runs. So that's why I didn't put the count plus plus. Some people can ask. Okay. Now after that, every time we need to add the new sum to the prefix map dot put what? The current prefix sum. Because you done a prefix sum, already you have a key 1. Now you want to keep on iterating. Okay. For the key, this is the key. For the value, you want to take a prefix mat of get of what? Default. Last time I taught you what is the use of this option. Because if you put only get means, if there is no key means it will go to null. But in the getter default, you can mention the default value plus 1. Okay. And in the end of that array, I want to return the count. Okay, that is our target, right? Okay. Now come to the main method. So in the main method, so simple. I want to get a nums equal to 1, 1, 1, 1. And another one is k equal to 2. And in the sysout, I'm going to create a subarray. In the subarray, I want to pass what? Nums and k. Okay. So I'm going to run this method. Okay. The value is 2 because that is the target, right? The output should become as true. Okay. So now I'm going to show the print how the mapping is printing here. Prefix map. Okay, run again. So the initially, this is the initial first value. What is that first value? 0, 1, 1. That is the first value which I done manually as a base here, right? So that is the value. And next value, we stored the first one. And in the second time, what is prefix sum? 2. So this is the base value which I created, and this is the first prefix sum, and this is the second prefix sum. Okay. So I will explain you from this input. Okay. So the first time the for loop is going. Okay. So what is the first prefix sum equal to 0? So what is the first input? 1. So 1, 0 plus 1, 1. So I'm going to checking the key. Okay. What is the prefix sum? 1. 1 minus 2. What is 1 minus 2? Minus 1. So it go to inside, because minus 1, I don't have any such key called minus 1. So this if statement won't execute. So it will printing directly what? 0 of 1 here. And what is the next step? I'm adding 1. Prefix sum is 1 and values key is 1, 1. Okay. Next the for loops goes again. What is the next num array? 1. So current prefix is 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Now key is coming. Prefix sum is 2 minus k. What is the k value? K value is 2. So 2 minus 2, 0. So contains key. 0 is already there, or yes, already I have a 0 key. So now it goes to the if statement and add the count prefix. What is the value of everywhere? It is 0, 1, 1, 1, because we are putting 1, 1 only, right, everywhere. So it takes the one of the prefix sum called k. It takes the 0. What is the key value? 1. So count is 0 plus 1, because count is what? 0. Now 0 plus 1. Now it is printing 0 1 1 1. It is successfully done it. Now what is the prefix sum? 2. So it is adding 2 and value as 1. Now the loops goes inside. So what is the value? You guys know prefix sum is already what? 2. 2 plus 1 3. So prefix sum minus 3 minus 2 case 2, right? 1. So contains case 1 is there. Yeah, I have a 1 already. That means if statement passed, it goes inside and it takes the prefix get of 1 is what? Value 1. So count plus plus already 1. Now becomes 2. Now it's coming here printing the value and it is printing the and it is adding the putting the value 3 1. So but the for loop is ended. The return we are returning the counters 2 and it's going beyond. Okay, I'm going to add another input as a 2. Okay, now tell me, I hope everyone what could be the output answer. You guys can take 2 to 3 seconds. Tell me what is the subarray as the k value equal to 2. How many subarrays? You guys can think. I will tell you in next 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, I hope everyone has said 3, I think. Because this first 2, when adding subarray, 2. When this 2 subarray is while coming, it has become a 2. And this third is single array, this is also 2. So that means the output is going to be 3. Because it has a 3 time we are counting the subarrays. Okay. So that's why when you see the answer, first time 0 1 which we added, and 0 1 1 1 1 1 again the sum prefix sum is 2, then prefix sum is 3. So in this place it goes go to the we will get the prefix sum as 0, prefix sum as 1, then prefix sum as 3. Okay, so in all the cases this will go inside and the count will make it as 3. Okay, I hope I try to clear this as much I can. So if you have still have doubts or if you have any questions to I want to take for the SDET, so I'm again telling our concept is going on SDET way. So don't think we are SDE because I'm not SDE. I'm still a simple SDET. Person knows automation and person knows of not a pro level coder, automation QA level coder. So that for that level I know this coding. So I will train the same way as it is. Even I'm not the pro like real developers like knowing all the data structures. I know the data structures which is required for a QA automation in the setting of the pipeline, setting the architecture of the framework, setting to checking the logs, automating, checking the performance testing analytics. So those wherever is required. So I'm using the basic coding. So that level of coding only I'm creating this 30-day series. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. And if you want, please share with your friends as well. Ask them to subscribe because almost 2 years, but I never crossed 5k at all subscribers. So I hope everyone can help me to get at least as a good number of subscribers. Thanks for watching.